Okay, so here we are, everybody. We are back at another new project. We closed on this house yesterday in Sudbury. And we've got quite a big project on our hands here. This is a full house of junk, okay? And I'm not kidding. Come on into the garage. We'll take a look at the first episode of junk. The people here, I believe, bought this house in the 60s. And they owned it up until yesterday and never really figured out how to reduce the amount of clutter that just kept piling up. So this will be one of those projects with tremendous before and after appeal. The shots right now that we're getting are just filthy, and we're going to clean this up and do a fantastic job renovating it and making nice improvements, and then afterwards it's going to look absolutely spectacular. And that's the part I'm most excited about. It's a long way to get there from here, but by the time we do get to there, this thing is going to be a beauty. But there's a lot of stuff that we got to accomplish in order to get there. Cleaning out all this garbage is the first thing. Come on inside. There's a bathroom there. That will be fully gutted and updated. This in here is the living room, the main family room. It's a nice big open space, tall ceilings, which is great. But obviously it's just purely outdated. It has these old floor tiles, it has the old paneling from the 1960s, and it kind of has this cool feature, which we're not exactly sure what to do with yet. But the stone on the fireplace surround that extends from side to side can actually be pretty cool. Maybe we'll get creative and paint it a fun color and really highlight it and make it a main feature of the room. But this will all be overdone. We'll put some nice recessed lights in here. Probably redo the whole ceiling because they've had a significant amount of water damage. They let the roof system go. They just never were able to repair it, so they put tarps over it and the water just continued to leak in. So you can see the damage that's been caused over the years of, pipes bursting and roofs leaking. We're gonna take all of this down and start from scratch. The kitchen will have a pretty different layout. We're gonna extend it so that this peninsula comes all the way over to this area here. We're gonna have some bar stools so you could actually sit in the living room and enjoy the company of your guests or hosts in the kitchen, while simultaneously you can swivel your stool around and then check out the game on the TV and whatnot. So it's going to be a cool feature to be connected to both spaces at the same time. This wall here is going to get pushed back a little bit so that we're going to extend the width of the kitchen and make it a little bit more spacious. This wall here, if you come into the entry hall, this is now the entry hall, and it's going to stay the entry hall. We're going to make a new door kind of coming in from the street to improve the curb appeal. So you're going to enter into this space, and we're going to blow out this wall here so that you're actually connected to the kitchen. So you walk into the house and you have this awesome view of a beautiful new kitchen. That's going to be a really nice feature as well. But this whole wall is going to pretty much come down, so we're going to put a load-bearing beam up there to support the weight of the ceiling, transfer that down to some columns on either side, and then that'll just allow us to open this thing up and have a much bigger space. So all of this will get cleaned out, of course. This is just years of accumulated laundry that they never got to and just sort of let the mice take over. Over here is the dining room. I think that we're going to probably convert this to some kind of either a small office space, or actually, this is going to stay the dining room. I think we decided to keep this as a dining room, and over there we're going to make a nice little office space so that, since people are working from home so much these days, they're going to have the ability to, work in a private area but also be connected to the main part of the house. You can't smell on the camera. That's too bad. You guys at home are missing a really raunchy smell coming out of that refrigerator. There's just some stink going on. Oh! That's a good one. Okay, upstairs. This hallway will get redone with some fresh paint. We're going to get rid of this old wallpaper, take down the cobwebs, and again the water-stained ceiling from the leaking roofs. I think we can save the banisters, we can save the hardwood floors, Those will all get refinished. This is our master our master bedroom. And it's a big space, which is good. And you know, it's gonna look awesome when it's all said and done. We just gotta clean out all this junk. It's gonna have a walk-in closet. There's a space for storage through that hatch. This master bathroom will get fully gutted. We're gonna push out this wall here to make this a bigger bathroom. If we have room for a double vanity at his and hers, we're gonna be able to do that here. We're gonna put that shower to better use by making it bigger, and just have that be a much more appealing bathroom in general. Just a lot of junk here. This place is so gross. It's a 4-bedroom house, so that's the master, and then there's 3 good-sized bedrooms down here on this end of the hall. You got 1, 2, 3, and then the hall bathroom here. That will fully get gutted, and we'll start from scratch there. And why don't you get a nice shot of the ceiling there? That, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens to your home if you don't take care of it. That's just years of roof leaks, saturating the insulation, destroying the sheetrock, and then probably just creating mold, a nice habitat for mice. And it's just a lot of filth right now. We're gonna fix all of this. We're gonna make this so much better. I love good before and afters. And again, you can see the water staining. The siding has just been completely deteriorated. The water has been getting behind it and really creeping its way into the house. I have no idea what those stains are from. I don't want to know. They're probably from, squirrels or raccoons could be living in here. If anyone wants an old antique phone, this is the 3rd antique phone that we found. Well, I wouldn't call it quite an antique, but it's a relic of the 1960s for sure. So if anyone wants that, you can come and grab that. Maybe the kids will play with it at home or something like that. What else do we have? Gotta see the basement. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, this is where the big piles are. You're gonna love this. Mount garbage. Woohoo! So I'm like almost 6 feet tall, and that is definitely over my head. So we've got a mountain of garbage that's more than 6 feet high. It extends all the way to the corner of the basement, all the way to that wall, goes almost all the way back to that wall, and it is just full of old stuff. Anything that you can imagine that should have been discarded a long time ago is still in this pile. Wrapping paper, silverware, plates, cardboard boxes galore, old auto tools, magazines, books, an old record player in the corner there. And we're going to clean all this out. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. And this will be a nice finished basement. That's the beauty of this house, is that there's enough headroom here in the basement that we can put a nice, like a playroom. We might do an exercise room down here. I suppose that you could use it as a secondary office if somebody wanted to have that. There's still going to be room for the mechanicals in the corner there, but this will be a really, really nice multi-purpose space so people can use it to their liking. So we're excited about that. And the other thing I want to point out is that despite all the junk in this house and the total state of disrepair, it's a solid house underneath all of that. It has a steel I-beam in the basement here. It's got another beam in the garage. And I would say that the vast majority of the stuff that we're going to be working on here is all cosmetic. All the water damage, all of the sheetrock, that doesn't affect the integrity of the building. The actual strength of the building is still there. So we've got a really good shell to work with, which makes us very, very happy. Psyched about that. All right, I think that's it, everybody. See the extent of the water damage there. So the siding on this house is actually made out of wood fiber. It's called masonite, and they made it for a period of time, I think in the 70s actually. And as soon as some moisture gets in there, it expands and it destroys the whole product. The siding in this house has all been compromised by water penetrating it and then expanding it. So we actually are going to take all the siding off of this building and put new either fiber cement siding on, maybe vinyl. We're not exactly sure yet, but we clearly need a new roof. They've been putting layers of tarp over the old shingles when they develop roof leaks. So we're going to yank all of this off, remove all the layers of old shingles, and then we are going to put a new fresh coat of shingles on there, and new siding, new trim, new windows. And here we are in January almost, so we'll probably get this started next week. We're going to have this all cleaned out, and then we're going to have, we already have a plan from the architect who is going to kind of help steer us in the direction that we need to go in. And our hope is that by April, we will have this almost complete and ready for showing. And May, it's very likely that this project will be complete and we'll be ready for the spring buyer's market, or we'll catch the tail end of the spring buyer's market. So we've got our hands full here. It's going to be about a 6-month project from beginning to very end, but we're super excited to get it started, and the before and after on this is going to be spectacular. The end of this is going to look so good. It's just going to be such a good product. All of this will get cleaned up and nicely landscaped and just be a beautiful house. Can't wait for that one. And this is Jimmy Seaborg at Whiteacre Properties. Thanks for tuning in. Please check out Instagram and all of our other social media sites. We've got a lot of good content, and please check back in for progress update coming soon.